My name's Kevin, also known as Dirty 20 Gaming. I broke my glasses, and I don't care, which can only mean one thing. It must be Friday. Also, my friends are here, so it must be Friday, and it must be time for FunShot Fridays, where we get together and play silly one-shot games to amuse ourselves. This week, I am joined by
Mostly you,
some. Well, yeah, well, I amuse myself all the time, but you can't put that on video. At least not on Twitch. Okay, so good. We've set the tone early. That's good. That's there. With that, let's introduce these people that are here with me tonight. A couple of them you see if you watch over on the Mercs of Mischief. You see them on a regular basis. There's some others that have played with me here tonight, and there's oh my goodness, there's two of you.
We
What?
broke the overlay.
Hold on.
Yeah, you.
There we go. Thank you. You fixed it. All right, we're good. And one person who is completely new to streaming with us, but not completely new to streaming or to role playing. So, with all those unspecific introductions, let's get more specific. We are going to start. We're just going to go around the circle here. We are going to start in the top left-hand corner. She's been with us before, Vola. Tonight
Hi.
we'll be playing a character called Samurai. In the other top corner, we've got Sam, who you've probably seen over on Deadlands and various other places. He will be playing someone he just very recently named as Gerald Grits. On the
Very proud of it.
on the lower floor, this is the man who played Barry Manilow in A Honey Heist. I'm just saying. On the lower floor, we've got Sky from Too Many Warlocks and Deadlands. This is, we've already played 6 hours together this week, and we got 3 more really intense ones on Sunday. But never mind. This guy is playing a character called Blight for us. Sydney, who, as I understand it, plays a monk on an other channel that we can talk about after, and who is deigned to join us this evening. Thank you so much. Nice to meet you, and welcome to the foolishness. And then last, but only because I asked her to be in that spot because that's where I'd already typed her name, Wayward Knight, playing a character called Fade, also been with us before on some of these other games. With that, I think we can just pretty much... with that, we just have to take the next step. The next step is this game that we're playing tonight, Grant Howitt. Magnificent human being, and this is not a paid commercial, but look what I got! And he signed it! This is, it's called 13 one-page RPGs and their back pages, which is true. And if my math is correct, if this is wrong, it's me not counting, not him making claims. There's 18 games in here, and the other 6 backs of pages are actually expansions for the games that are on the front of it instead of separate games themselves. And here's the best bit. You go like that. And they all come out on heavy cardstock, like one game on each side.
Oh wow.
And this great big happy spread of games. It's wonderful. It's amazing. Grant, you're awesome. Thank you. We're playing a Grant Howitt game tonight called System Shutdown. These fine, wonderful volunteers have agreed to play it with me just to dot all the I's and cross all the T's. We are using Roll20 as our virtual tabletop just to make sure everybody's getting credit that's appearing here. With that, I'm going to read you guys what it says on the top of the actual game instruction sheet. You are operators. A cyberpunk street warrior from the grim near future. You eat chrome and piss victory. But you've been betrayed by Whisperlight, the corp who hired you, and your offshore accounts are being drained as we speak. You don't own your cyberware. You just license it from the patent holder, and as you run out of money, it'll begin to shut down. You get your crew together, some of which you've worked 1 or 2 times with, some of you've worked a lot with, and prepare to pull off one final mission. You are convinced that if you kill the Whisperlight CEO before your bodies become completely useless, somewhere on his corpse you'll find a magic turn it all back on code and save yourselves for another day. Just a quick explanation for the audience of what these guys have already done. There's 4 implants that are in your body: your head, your combat arm, your interaction arm, and your legs. Those are for seeing stuff, killing stuff, hacking stuff, and running away. As the instructions said, as the game goes on, they're going to get harder and harder to do those things. It starts off, if you've got a high skill, it's very easy, because success in this game is as easy as rolling the number of dice associated with the level that you guys are currently at and adding them up. Don't worry, Roll20 does it for you. If that number is over 5, it's a success. So if you're rolling 4 dice at something, the only way you can fail is to roll 4 ones. Which is like, great, yeah, but when you're only rolling 1 die, having to roll a 5, a 6, or have a failure, that's a problem, because all those failures, any failure you have, every failure you have, adds 1 to your stress track. That track is 10 circles long, and at the end of that lies your horrible, terrifying, and imminent death. So on that happy thought, we are going to do some character descriptions here first, because it is part of the game. There were 10 questions that each of these people here had to answer about their characters, and so we are going to go through. Have you guys all got them sort of in order? Awesome. Can you just turn that into a description for me? Just start at the top and start reading. So, who looks vaguely confident? Not really. Okay, Sky, you finger gunned me. That doesn't look confident. That looks slightly frightened, but let's go. Start with, yeah. What color hair?
All right. So hair. So Blight has the hyper bangs. He has the one really long bang in the front that covers one eye. And it's like black with just a blue tip. And
excellent.
So we've got that.
Street name is Blight. Yep.
His blade is called the Soul Blade. His gun is called Oof, because that's all you're going to be able to say. The last time a job went really wrong, he had to cut ties and skip town, but he did wait for his partner. He wears a long black leather duster. His most
stole that from a cowboy we know.
Yeah, his most interesting injury is definitely, long story short, he can't hack, or he can, but very barely. He has a big, branded X in his hand that it's like viral. I don't understand it, but apparently it makes sense in this world.
Okay.
His favorite narcotic, on the street, they call it uwu. And his favorite music is new ska. And are we telling the stories, or are we saving those to come up?
No. Save this. I was just going to say, don't say number 10 out loud. Drop those into the story if you remember. It's not like there's extra points, because there's no points. 2 comments. I probably should have mentioned these before we did this. Those last 2. Favorite narcotic and favorite new music genre. Favorite narcotic, don't yell at me. It's Grant Howard. It's his game. It's on his sheet. He's a wonderful human being. Go ahead, yell at me. But it's on his sheet. It's his choice. Favorite new music, just pick any genre you want and put the word new in front of it. We're good. So let's just go along the row. Sydney, give us the lowdown on Cirrus.
All right. So also, I'm sorry in advance, I picked a theme and ran with it.
Oh, go. No, sorry. Never be sorry.
Their gun is called Arcus. Their knife is Oh, I learned how to say this. Nucleus blade is
Okay.
their knife. And then for their haircut, they have the sides shaved and it's revealing like, some super cyberpunk nodules and like wiring and stuff. But you can
Yeah.
also see their super cool injury where the nodes have like smashed and the wires have kind of fried and there's
Ooh.
blackened
Yeah.
veins spider webbing
Yeah.
out from the nodes.
Nice. Very nice.
And the other side, it looks like they slept in some pomade and then just vaguely attempted to put all the spikes in one direction. So they've got like blue spikes all over the place.
Yep.
Then they're wearing a leather moto jacket just covered in little spikes and studs and pins, super cyberpunk. And their favorite thing to do while they're hacking is drop some fractal and turn on some neo baroque and just get super into it.
Loving it. Okay, Wayward, tell us all about your character.
Okay, so Fade is she's she's kind of like the epitome of cyberpunk in a way, but she has a like a medium length undercut, but her hair kind of looks like an oil slick, like it's black, but with like very subtle rainbow colors in it.
Okay. Yeah.
And it kind of looks like she never brushes it, but in a way that like she can pull off.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A
Mm-hmm.
very expensive bedhead look. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then I should say her street name is Fade because just when you think you're about to catch her, she kind of fades into the and becomes, nothing. And one thing that she really likes to do is ride her motorcycle, and she loves going fast. So
Excellent.
she wears this leather motorcycle jacket with
Yep.
like light up like piping and trim. It's like
Yeah.
and it matches the sort of light up pinstriping on her bike.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, what do you call your blade?
So her blade is called the binary blade, and in the
Okay.
handle of it is a data stick that she uses to carry code when she hacks.
Excellent. And your
wow.
gun?
Her
I
gun
like
is
this. I love this
named
creativity.
Jolene.
Jolene.
And then the last time a job went bad, she had to skip town, but she was able to lay low as a diving instructor in Iceland, which is, it sounds incongruous, but
sounds
you can actually
cold.
You can
sure.
dive between tectonic plates in Iceland. It's a thing.
Oh, well, like my bucket list wasn't long enough already.
It's on mine. So her coolest scar, she has a scar that goes around her head, almost like kind of like a circlet, from
Okay.
where they basically it's from. She has like neural implants to help her like see and hear.
Gotcha.
So it
I
looks
thought you were going to say she came up under the ice too hard.
What's left? Her favorite narcotic is speed because she's got to go fast.
Yep, fair enough. and new music genre.
Yep, her favorite new music genre is new pop punk.
New pop punk. All right. Has it been long enough for that to come around again as new? Oh, okay.
Came back.
Vola, tell us about Samurai. What does the hair look like? Style and color.
Well, it's a short mohawk, but it's white in color with some blue tips on the top.
Nice. And
And
then yes, samurai. Yep.
yep,
Now with samurai, you probably have multiple blades, right?
Well, I have at least one Deathbringer.
Deathbringer. Okay, that works. I like that. And do you carry a gun as a samurai?
Silent Lucidity.
Oh. Oh.
Yes.
You've been killed by a deeply meaningful phrase. What did you
I don't know.
do the
It just
last?
sounded good to me.
Oh, I love it. It's yeah. What did you do the last time a job went bad?
I took off and ran away to Japan.
I love it. Everybody, what did you do? We ran away. Yes. Now you understand. And while you were running away, what kind of jacket were you wearing?
I have a long black trench coat with big old buttons about that size.
Excellent.
And it normally stays open to reveal a pretty much a suit jacket, a nice little white shirt with a black pair of pants.
Excellent.
Definitely into some cocaine.
You skipped. Well, we didn't hear about the scar. Yeah.
That cross-shaped scar on the left cheek.
Okay. Now you can talk about narcotics.
Yeah.
You're such a rush to get to the drugs. Ah.
He's a druggie. I don't know. No,
So what was it?
His drug of choice is cocaine.
Okay. And yeah. So what do they listen to? New rock. Okay, yeah, that explains it. Now, I play with this guy a fair amount, and if I'm not mistaken, Sam, are you still writing stuff down? Are you still writing down answers to these questions as we speak?
I didn't know.
Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
I'm serious. I never got the questions, so I'm figuring it out as I go.
We're going to start at 1. We're going to catch up to where you are right now, and the rest of them you're going to have to answer live. What does your hair look like?
It's I imagined it to be like
Gerald Ritz.
It's this like dreads, but they're like made out of chrome almost. Like,
oh,
in a
nice.
sense.
Sure,
so,
yeah. Oh, don't
so
even
like
almost
these,
this.
Yeah, so these chrome like dreads that are just neatly tied up in the back and stuff like that, and nice sharp too.
Nice. That's like a $10,000 haircut. I love it. You could have chosen any street name in the world, and you did. What was it?
Gerald Grits.
That's what I thought you said multiple times.
Grits short.
So you have a blade. What is it called? It's a blank blade. What is that?
It's I call it hexadecimal.
Hexadecimal. Okay. Has it got 16 sides? What's your gun's name?
Actually, the gun.
Binary.
I'm gonna call.
Either alive or you're dead.
Jesus.
Jesus. Okay. This is what happens when you get rushed. What did you do the last time a job went bad?
Wait, what?
What did you do the last time a job that you were on went bad?
I drank.
Got shot in the ass while you stood there. Okay, there we go. Yeah.
And then I did karaoke, and I made a fool of myself. So.
Oh. Everybody was willing to let you go with the drugs and the drinking, but when you started singing, there was an intervention. Your family showed up. What type of jacket? What type of jacket do you wear? If you say black trench coat,
I was gonna say like it's more of a crimson red. It's very torn and worn and stuff like that, but like it's just like very steampunky, like not steampunk. Sorry, it's very worn and stuff, like black mesh, but like nice crimson color. He's very flashy, right?
Like.
So
good.
Nah,
makes that way we'll shoot you first.
Looking.
So the time you were too slow, coolest injury or scar?
Yeah, there's one just right in the front, and he's like shirtless, right? So it's right in the front. He wears it with pride, like don't fuck with me, right?
Maybe you wanted to lead with that. This nice jacket and shirtless underneath. That's except for the big scar. That completely changes the likability factor of your character.
Oh, he's all flashy and trashy. So,
Well, given what you said earlier, favorite narcotic, I would answer, what have you got? He sounds like one of those guys.
It's a new age drug. I'm gonna call it electric dust. So
Okay, sure, yeah. The addict will call it all kinds of pretty things. And your type of music.
It's that smooth jazz to calm the beast of the soul of the beast in him. So
New jazz.
Yeah.
The only word, the only type of music possibly that doesn't go. Well, we got to call it neo jazz. That's better.
Neo jazz. Yeah. Okay.
All right. That is all we need. That's enough foolishness. Everybody now has a perfect understanding of each other. With that, we can begin, because this is where it gets to be fun, because you guys have now created your characters. I get to create the first scene by pushing a button and then putting together whatever the computer tells me. So, here's the fun part for the players. You guys can't see this, right? In Roll20 right now, you guys can't see anything, right?
Yeah,
all the
but
viewers. If you have Twitch open, don't you?
Close it.
It does. So you guys, as I said, you have all worked for this company before. This is Whisper Light. These are the guys that own the contracts on the equipment that's going to start shutting down at midnight tonight. And because you guys are a little past your prime, you didn't sort of get on this till like 11ish. So you got you got to go pretty quick here. You get together in the old bar. Used to be the cool place. Now, like, you're the only ones sitting in a dusty, dank corner because the Wi-Fi's bad down here. Nobody else will drink in the basement anymore. And one of you, I don't care who it is, it doesn't really matter, realize or have gotten a message from a person that you used to work with, a person on the inside at Whisper Light, somebody that actually makes the hardware. And they want to defect to a new corporation. And they want, if you help them out, they will give you the key to get into the Whisper Light building. The problem is they're being watched, guarded. And the real problem is that you've got about 15 minutes before the very near to you, luckily, because otherwise this would be completely pointless. But very near to you, there's an airport. And at that airport, you can hear 2 helicopters starting to spin up and go through their pre-flight program. And this, one of you gets a text, and you look at it, and it says, "Those 2 helicopters, they're taking me away in that. There's a couple guys here in armor. Stop them before I get to the helicopters. Kill them, not me." And with that, you guys look out the window of the bar, and the door to the side of the building next to you, that big building that you used to work in. Well, you used to be able to go in the back door. You were never allowed in the front where the nice people go. Your staff, right? But, there it is. And that door opens, and some guys in armor walk out. Some power armored ex-Navy SEALs step out like something out of Warhammer. With the giant guns. 2 of them. One step. Like, they have to turn sideways to come through the double door, and then they straighten out. One faces that way, and one faces where you guys are. And to put it in perspective, the guy that he's like, it's normal, like, person height, walks out between them and comes up to about the top of their hips.
And a guy just finished a drink here.
So, you guys are sitting in the bar, all geared up and ready to go. It is their initiative in this game is who tells me what they want to do first goes first.
I want to throw the bottle at somebody, at the guys. Wait. Are they
the only other person in the bar is the bartender. You guys are still inside the bar.
Guys were right in there.
Oh,
no, you guys are inside the bar.
Inside there.
No. You guys are inside the bar looking out the window onto a clearing. On the other side of that clearing is the big building you guys used to work in. That door opens up. 2 guys in mech armor walk out. The guy that you're supposed to kidnap walks out, and they've got to go across that clearing to the helicopters, which are basically right there.
But we have to stop it, right?
You have to get him out of here. Help him escape.
I
Who's good
finished my
at-
drink.
Who's good at punching?
There's definitely a look at Sirius. Oh, hi, double mic. There's a look at Sirius that's just like, can I go do it? You know, I want to do it.
Yes, go punch things. And while he's gonna go punch things and y'all do your punches, I'm pretty sure in the intro video you said everything is electronic.
Yes. Yep.
So I can like hack their power armor / guns.
Absolutely, you can. Yep.
I would like
You
to...
whip out what looks like a regular phone, and you do something. There's a different pattern than the one that gets you into Facebook. There's a different safety thing on it, and yeah, all of a sudden it's all just text that only you can understand. And yeah, you start. Absolutely, you can. What's everybody else doing?
So
Wayward?
Fade is going to slip out of the bar and sort of use the shadows to circle around, and when she sees that they're sufficiently distracted, she's going to use her speed to grab our contact, our defector, and try to get him to the bar.
All right.
I'll be the
Two left.
distraction.
So,
I'll go out and be the distraction,
I got
honestly.
distracted, man.
There's a slap on his shoulder, and I'm like, distraction. We could distract him by beating the shit out of them, Grits. Come on.
I like
And I
that.
just beat the crap out of him.
I like that, man. And I give him another glass, finish it, and I'm like, let's go.
Oh yeah, so like
All right, I'm
Sorry,
as
Samurai, what was that?
I'm ready. I'm gonna go ahead and head on out there and shoot
You
them.
just throw these guys are talking, you just open the door. Okay, Wayward, yeah, what was that?
yeah, I was gonna
Gotcha.
say as Fade is just slipping out of the bar, she's just like, make a distraction and then leaves.
Okay, well, let's do this in the logical order then. The first thing we would probably do would be a distraction. So tell me what would you expect me to have you roll to distract these people?
We kick open the door and just shoot.
That's what Samurai's
Oh.
gonna do.
You're shooting at them? Like you're just going to attack them? That's really
Yeah, we're
easy.
just gonna
Okay.
fight him.
Excellent. I see. I thought distract and attack were 2 different things, but no, I got you. Got you. Excellent. Well, then go ahead. Anybody who is attacking, go ahead and give me a combat arm, and then paint me a picture of how this. Actually, no, wait. Before you roll, tell me what you're going. Tell me how you want it to happen, and then roll and tell me whether it happened or not.
You want to kick
Sam,
open
you
the door and
first.
sink? You want to open the door and sink?
Absolutely.
It's
3 feet,
double
that's
doors.
gonna be hard. Well, there's 3
Let's-
feet, though.
Let's do it. Let's just kick open the door and
It's-
shoot.
Watch this. It's triple doors. There you go.
It really is the future.
And 2 of them open like that so you can see.
Yeah, there
So
you
the-
go.
Just the most
The-
stereotypical animal scene where just like kick open the
No.
door, guns
This
out
is-
like this, and just
This is the best first scene of a B movie ever. 3 doors. Guns go off. Everybody, give me an attack roll. And tell me about your, what are you using? Your gun or your blade? Tell me just everybody attack. No, tell me, fuck it. Sam, what happens? You kick open the door and shoot him with your gun. What's
Yeah.
your gun's name again?
hey Zeus.
Jesus. So, what?
They're
what-
about to meet
what
their
level?
maker.
What
level?
level are you currently at?
So this
1
is
die, 2 dice, or 4
armed
dice?
combat, right? So this would be armed
This
combat.
is armed combat. Yep.
So
do you have
I believe
any,
level 3?
Well, there's 1. Okay, so you 1, 2, and 4. Are you the top row? You're full all the way to at least 1 in the top row.
I'm, I have advanced. Okay, so I have like
Advanced musculature. Excellent. 4
sep-
dice.
oh, sorry, implanted pistol. Is that what it is?
If whichever line
That's
you've
full.
got. Okay, that's full. Is there any in advanced musculature?
Yes. Yes.
One, then
I
you
won.
roll 4 dice. Yeah.
Okay.
So one of those macros says do a thing with 4 dice.
Okay.
Did you
Where
get the
are
macros in? They should be at the bottom. If they're not there, you have to go to the macro bar over in the chat, over by settings, right at the very top. There's the collection, it's called when you hover over it. All those macros, there should be 5 of them for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all 5, and then make sure that a show in or macro bar is open is also there, and then you should see 5 of them across the bottom of the screen underneath our names in Roll20 in the main screen. Got it? For now, just to speed things up, I'm going to do this for you. 17, yeah, you can't. I mean, like I said, it's all but impossible to miss. So you fire a shot, the whole pauldron, the whole shoulder plate just blows up and off, and you can see all the hydraulics and electronics underneath crawling around.
Take over for a bit. For some reason, someone's knocking on my door. I don't know why.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Just hit mute before you go.
He did.
He did. Oh, good. Okay. With Blight, I think you were shooting as well, right? No? Okay. Vola, you shooting or attacking
I was shooting.
in melee? Okay, fire away. Give me an armed combat, 1, 2, or 4, whichever line you're full to. Whew, that's a lot of 4s. Okay, so yeah, the second you shoot and hit right in that same shoulder area, and you watch all the 3 different colors of hydraulic oil start to spray, and they get in the electronics, and the arm starts to go. The gun's pointing at every direction but at you. Next, you're doing melee? Blight? Okay. So out of that, you charge out the door, and what happens next?
There's 2 shots, so I see this guy who's already wriggling around. And this is the time, clarify for me, we're at a time and age where people in these corporate types, they have black boxes probably implanted. Like the things that keep all your data.
Yeah, but that's probably somewhere deep inside their brain.
I will find it.
Your SIM card, your SIM card's deep in there somewhere, and you need that special tool, the long pointy one that you have to.
So the soul blade is specifically made to stab that and pull the data out. It can't use it. It's no benefit in the game. It's just that's what I'm doing with it. So
I got you.
I'm running
Absolutely.
up and I'm going for that black box.
Yes. With 1 die, you're gonna.
I rolled the wrong one. I have 4.
No, you rolled. That's seriously the wrong one.
There you go. That's a tiny bit better.
Oh. Remember I said the only way you could fail is 4 1s?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did a 1 to 2 and 2 3s.
Yeah, I know.
4 dice, you only rolled 9. Anyway, 9 is enough. So yes, you. Well, now that the shoulder is exposed, you run up. It's like an old school inoculation. You just and press the button. And lucky for you, he's marked dogs. They put it just under the skin, the little tag. You have a magnificent skill of being able to find that. And your little machine just and sucks it out. And you look in there, and there's the little tag, the RFID chip. So, yeah, that arm just goes completely dead. And he looks down at you, and you hear that weird through the mask voice says, "Now they won't be able to find me."
You're welcome. Fight the power.
Next, who hasn't gone yet this round? I think Fade? Yeah. After all of that mayhem, one of them is all but crippled and falling over out of the darkness. What do you do? We'll get to the hack last because I wanted to save that for the top.
Yeah. So I want to use my speed to grab him first.
Yes.
Does he have
Right, that's what you were doing. Yeah.
Does he have the information that we need in his brain, or is he just giving us intel on how to get?
You need all of him.
We need all of him.
Yeah. The corporation that he's defecting to would very much like him to be intact. Yes.
Okay.
I will point out, if you are able to roll, if you took so many points in move that you have 4 dice to roll, you can fly.
Okay. I'm gonna scoop him up then.
personal flight unit is what you are capable of right now. Like you got the boots, like you got hover boots, basically.
Oh,
Really fast hover boots.
I've got really chonky motorcycle boots that double as hover boots.
Yeah. Out of the darkness. Give me that roll. Roll those 4D. That was even closer.
Oh my goodness.
You go. The one guy standing with his arm hanging down the armor, his arms waving around and his head's down. He looks down at you. He can't turn because, like, as soon as he gets to here, it goes into that zone where it's interfering with his shoulder. Behind him, you go. The other guys just coming out the door because, like I said, they had to go sideways. You take the scientist. You know, like the runner coyote cartoons, like when he gets hit at the neck, the head goes, and then the body.
Yeah.
It's kind of one of those. You hit him doing like 60 kilometers an hour, 40 miles an hour, and you just take him off of his feet. You hear, and you've got your arm around his chest, and his arms like are over yours, and his arms and legs are just flapping in the wind. You're going so fast. You may have broken a rib or two, but he is alive, and you, by the end of your turn, you're coming up and you're thinking, I must really be moving. Even my eyes are watering, and I'm used to this. And yeah, he's just bent over your arm. His shirt's coming off because he's upside down. And yeah, he's a wreck, but you got him.
I have a follow-up question, but we can do it after Sydney.
Okay. You look up at that. The one of them is completely untouched. He steps out of the door, Cirrus, and turns and looks down at, well, one of the ones that's right there is Blight, is just in front of him. And he's firing up his chainsword as he reaches up. And you are just... What would you like to do? Tell me what you want the effect to be.
I'm in.
Yeah. Oh, you're in. Tell me what you're trying to make him do.
I just want... Okay. I'm going to hack into it and try and lock up his armor so it, like, locks up all his muscles and he can't move to begin with.
Absolutely. What pose would you like him to end up in?
I can pose him.
Of course you can.
We'll just T-pose him. Very...
Just, make it nice and easy for
avatar position.
Yeah. So the green screen people will be happy when they're doing color chess settings. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, these are getting progressively worse.
Dancing. That's 3 1s and a 5 on 4 dice. This is when you guys are supposed to be bulletproof. I mean, you succeeded, but his T-pose is kind of off a little bit. And the thing is, he locks up, so all the gyros stop working, and he very slowly at first, and you see his eyes turn, and very, very slowly tips over, and his hand lands, and now he's in T-pose, but like his outside foot's off the ground, and he's one hand and one foot are on the ground. And he's locked in that position. That does any okay, so let me paint the picture. Your target is gone. You have successfully, this might be a really short game tonight. You guys successfully have the guy out of here. One of them is all but useless. The other one is a statue, or a piece of statuary now. What would you guys like to do?
Can I hack the target?
Him? He is a strictly organic person. You could hack his phone or his tablet, but not him. Besides, you're kind of, at this point, you're kind of holding on to him, like at the speed you're going, but...
Yeah. So, I am going to secret him away to the bar.
Yep.
And then I'm going to try
you're gonna see...
sort of quickly...
She comes swooping back down.
We're gonna go for a magic carpet ride first. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Tour the city. And then I'm going to try to sort of very quickly take the binary blade and hook it up to his tablet, and it'll suck whatever it can out of it.
Absolutely. As you come through the doors back, it's the same bar you started in, right? Like your guys' bar?
Yeah.
So you come back through the triple doors, and set him down. And he doesn't even break stride. He just starts to walk, and he uses the momentum to carry him right up to the self-serve part of the bar. Just dun, 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 dun. 3 ryes, please. 3. Make it doubles. It's been a day. 3 doubles. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Come on. You hack his tab. Unbelievable quantities of pornography. Just like gigabytes and gigabytes. Nothing hideously offensive, just a lot of it.
Actually, no. It's gonna be like
the rest of you.
There's something in this.
Yeah, you're kind of going through it like, okay. Maybe is there a secret fold? Nope, just more down there. The rest of you see Fade and the target go back inside the bar. You guys are standing out in the open space now.
All the enemies gone.
The guy with the one good arm, like this, got the one shot arm and the one good arm, looks at you guys, looks around, sees that his target's gone, and goes. He tries to shrug, but only one arm still works, so it's a one-shouldered shrug. And he just turns sideways and goes back inside the door, and you hear as the door closes. The other guy's still out there.
I just like go up to him, and go, and it just
yeah,
because he's in this position.
I remember your face. I remember your face, asshole. Bang onto his back.
Not if I make you sushi and I have my blade out, like. So keep quiet.
I soiled my armor. You have any idea how long it takes to get shit out of these?
It's
running
actually.
up. You kicked me over. It's running up my back. Oh.
So, who sent you?
And his eyes just kind of flicker down to the big logo on his shirt, on his armor that says "Security Whisper Light." Like it's your building,
but
right?
Why did they? Yeah. So why is he so important?
I don't know. I just was supposed to escort him to the helicopters. Chilly.
Well, you have a nice day. I put the blade away and I just go inside. By the way, if you get out of that position, first drink's on me.
Yeah, thanks.
I go up to the bartender. It's like, if he gets in here ever, just give him a drink. You guys have.
They're not allowed in here. The other 3 of you? You thought it was going to be glorious. You thought it was going to be heroic. It isn't.
I send a text to Cirrus suggesting that she hack the helicopter.
You can certainly send a text. Absolutely. Samurai and Blight, you guys are just kind of, you came out there. There's kind of nothing left to fight. What are you guys doing?
Oh yeah, I already stabbed my guy and got his chip. I'm actually heading back to Cirrus with a job as well because I was gonna tell her I got the chip out of that guy, but you might want to wipe his memory core.
And his
back. These are germs.
And Samurai, how about yourself?
He's just gonna shake his head and say, I need more. I need something to drink. He's gonna go back into the bar and get a drink.
Back into the bar.
I already have one for you. Yeah. Like here.
You're back into the bar. Everybody has. As you're reaching up to have a drink, there's a sudden like arcing blue light that goes over all of you, like a lightning bolt. There's the smell of burnt insulation and hot metal. Everybody roll 1d6. It just rolled over to midnight. So 4, 4, 4. This could be really easy if there's 2 more 4s. This is really simple. There's a 2. That's, yep. And a 2. So whatever number you rolled, remove that many from your stats. Any one you want.
Does it have to be consistent, like, or can I spread out that?
You can spread them out. You can take one from all of your stats. Or you could take one from two of your stats, or two from one. But you always have to remove them from the top down.
Well, shit. I'm gonna need more to drink.
Spade is going to order a milk.
I think I knew a cowboy who did that a lot.
So the tech comes over to you guys, and he's just wrecked. He's holding his ribs. You can see, like, he's undone a couple buttons and had a look. He's pulled the tie aside, and you can see there's a big arm-shaped bruise all the way across here. And he puts.
Fate is sitting.
Thanks. I really appreciate your rescue. Yeah, excellent. Here, have a drink. And he hands you like a 3-layered little shooter. It's bubbling. There's some white smoke coming off the top of it. He's holding it real gingerly between his finger and his thumb. That's for you, hero.
Spade is sitting. You know how people sit like on the top of the couch, like not the seats, but the top?
Yeah.
So she's doing that at a booth.
Yep.
And she's got like one leg up next to her, and she takes the drink and she goes, "Yeah, sorry about that." And then she swigs the shooter, and then chases it with her milk.
Yeah, you're gonna need it because it's like basically like green cough syrup. It's that level of sweet.
Do you know the name of this person?
He says, because I pushed the mission creator button again while you guys were chatting, he says, well, you, I know what you need to find.
What's that?
You need the key to his house. You're never going to get him in the building here. You're going to have to go to his house and get him. But before you do that, you need the key to his house. You're not going to believe where he keeps that.
Oh.
Well, you know how Whisper Light's got retail locations all over the place, right? So they can rent people like
hopefully
you.
It's not on him.
No, it's in the Whisper Light office in the mall.
Spade's like,
I don't want to go
I
shopping.
would have never
The mall that never closed. That's why he does it, right? That's why he does it.
Spade remembers the zoo job that went really bad.
Yeah, there you go.
Here, she ended up riding her bike through the gift shop, and she's like, it's like that, but it's a million gift shops.
And you're riding a porcupine.
It was a job.
He wasn't there, but he's just like trying to make it as bad as possible, right? Speaking of bad as possible, those guys, and he points out the window at the guy that's now laying on his back. They're too big for the mall. They won't let him in. They break the tiles and stuff. So it's only armored cops in the shop. You know, like the security guys we send out to, buffet dinners and stuff. Nothing you guys can't handle.
Right.
Only problem, of course, is that the mall never closes.
Just like
We have to watch out for pedestrians.
Well, I don't think we have a lot of time.
Yeah, the smell of melting insulation and hands that don't go quite as fast as they used to. And phones that aren't quite as close to an AI as they used to be, perhaps. And
I want to hack that guy's phone.
I got a question for you. You could try it. Yeah, you can. Yeah, give me a hack roll on the phone. And while I ask you, can you still fly?
I cannot still fly.
Okay. So yes, your boots are now just boots. Luckily, the mall is just on the other side of the building, because plot. So,
No.
oh yeah, you get into his phone too. There's a whole bunch of, this is his business connections in here, and it is a whole bunch of conversations between one of your ex-bosses, one of the ones that used to send you guys out on missions before, and this guy, the guy that you just rescued. It seems like your ex-boss is the one that's got him out of here and is getting off to the new corporation. In fact, as you do that, he comes up and says, "Can I get that back? My ride's here." And you look outside, and there's a completely unidentifiable black vehicle sitting outside with the back door open.
I sort of flick it to him, all cool like.
Yeah. Tunk. You can keep the tablet. He turns around and starts walking towards the car.
I'm gonna frisbee at him like nothing.
Wait, what's on the tablet?
Well, yeah, what is there on the tablet?
They didn't see.
Collection. We'll leave it at that.
Ah, I get you. I'll take
As
that.
No, you threw it at him, right? You threw it at him. I was just gonna say, as you fling it at him, you say a collection. He bends down and picks it up, and he says, "It's fucking filthy, is what it is." And he throws it in the car as he climbs in ahead of him, slams the door closed, and because of course it's a hover car, off into the dark night. Your first mission a success. The lights in the mall shine in the distance.
Well,
It's the very near future, so you can see that whole, right across from the mall, there's always that row of fast food places. They're not actually at the mall, but they're, and just imagine all those logos, but in 3D, like, because everybody's going to have like smart glasses, right? So the logos are coming out over the street and moving around in all nice cyberpunk fashion.
I think we better go get that. Keek. Oh. I don't think as good as I used to.
His eyes go on like the error. Dumb.
If you look real close, one of them says 404 on the iris. Yeah.
I feel like I tried to like hop down from the booth.
That's what happened to my. Oh, that's what happened to my glasses. I got an error 404. Arm not found. Yeah.
I finished my last.
The worst
shot
part
of
is
the
I have to
night.
look over here because the game is all over on this screen, so I have to do this all night, just showing off the fact that there is no arm on that side of my glasses.
Faye hops down from the booth expecting to land in a hover with her boots, and she doesn't, and she kind of like isn't expecting it, so she like over momentums and like ends up on the butt.
Yep. I was thinking that you walked out and tried to take off, and you just kind of stand up tall and then don't take off. Oh, shit.
Like chrome hair starts.
Again, and then she tries to go.
Oh no.
And she's like, "Damn."
Oh, does your hair start coming unwrapped? Is that what you're telling us?
It moves a bit. It's like no.
So you guys make your way around the building to the front entrance of the mall. It is it is precisely 5 doors wide. What would you guys like to do?
We single file through the left.
Just to the left.
I still have like a glass of my. I still have a
orderly
glass. It's like, well, throw it. It's like, let's get this job done. Crash.
Well, you guys
going single file with Cirrus.
Okay.
I'm going through
We're
my
not
own door.
monsters. This is not a fight. This is just a mall.
You guys head into the mall. You see again hanging off of all the storefronts, instead of just flat signs like you've got now, you've got these 3D fully animated holograms trying to get you to go into all of these stores. There's still people running up to you trying to get you to sign up on tablets for special offers and all of that. You guys are trying to just march down the hall because you got to get past all the Radio Shacks, and I'm just using I was hoping to be able to list a whole bunch of defunct stores there, but I got all excited and forgot them all. So yeah, a bunch of stores that don't have names anymore. You go past them all, making your way towards the Whisperlight Corporation mercenary rental store. I beg pardon?
I would like to. Fade is going to do some parkour over like.
give me, this isn't part of, yeah, absolutely. Give me, if you wouldn't mind, a legs roll, please.
Okey doke. So
Because see, here's the thing. Every time you try to do something, there's a chance you could fail, which could give you stress. So let's see how this goes. 5 or better. Ooh. Yeah. You start leaping over. Now, I'm good at, this is absolutely not a thing. So, okay. You parkour over one of the benches. There's like this kid sitting there on his phone, and as you go over, he's like, "Oh, cool!" And he just forward barrel rolls and starts mirroring you. Wherever you run, he runs, and he's right with you. I mean, he's like this far behind you.
I'm gonna keep parkouring, and I'm gonna be like, "Ha! Gotta keep up!" And then I'm gonna like go faster.
Give him another one. Give him another one.
Samurai's gonna follow, doing a Naruto run.
Excellent. Okay, you give me one too. I want legs. I want legs from everybody that's doing this. 3 of you, 2 of you go. Oh, that is so close to failure. And an 8. Okay.
There we go.
Oh, look at that. All right, Fade. You catch a. You're used to having the safety feature of your boost boots, right? You do that under jump and you go, except nothing happens because you didn't pay the bills, and you catch a toe on the bench, and you start to sprawl. Samurai, you are in full run. You see that happen, and you just leap, and you do that frozen thing where everything moves but you. Over top of that, and land on the other side. The kid uses you, Fade, as a footstep to get some huge air just off the back of the chair, off your back, up and over above Samurai as they're Naruto running. This kid is now above them, Naruto flying, and comes on and lands behind Samurai. And just nods at you guys. I gotta go. Security's gonna kill me. And boom, out the door and gone. Yep.
Fade sits up and just nods and goes, "Respect."
I'm gonna activate
Gerald?
my target
Yep.
matrix.
Yep.
To see if I can see if there's any guards coming, and then ask. Sorry, Sydney. Was your character Cyrus? What was your character's name?
Cirrus.
Cirrus, like the
I'm
clouds.
sorry.
Yeah.
Cirrus. I was just gonna ask.
give me the head roll first.
Yeah. Okay.
As you scan them all.
Oh, we could have been Gerald Grit and Billy Ray Cyrus.
So it's 46.
This is okay. Have you got the macros up? Where you want me to do it?
I got it.
Okay. There you go. Man, you guys are just like, here, Fate. I got your favorite biscuit,
just like
Fate.
So some of my hairs they're like little eyes, and then just looking around, scanning.
So yeah, some of them do, and then one of them, because you didn't pay the bill, one of them comes around and starts poking you in the eye. But the other ones are gathering information. You see. Considering what just happened in front of you, it's a very New York sort of a moment. Nobody's even looking. Like, you have not raised a single eyebrow with the run that just happened there. The only people that are keeping it remotely close to an eye on you are actually the people in the Whisper Light office, or their store. There are 2 like I said, they're not armored. They're not mech warriors like these other guys, where this is 2, we would call them SWAT level of armor, right? They're wearing body armor and machine guns and helmets and all of that stand outside the store. They work for Whisperlight. This is what this is what the company sells, right? These are 2 basically street samurai cops that are between you and the office. Yeah.
I point them out to the rest of them. It's like they're not much, but just be wary. They could set the alarms off, or just inform the others.
I'd like to take a perch on a bench across the way from the Whisper Light store, and I'm going to activate my hack phone.
Yep.
I'm gonna see if I can like turn off any alarm systems or like
Find and okay.
alert
So you're gonna do security. Okay. I'm just gonna go around the circle at this point. So that's you, Cirrus. What's your plan?
I was just gonna.
You can come back to me.
Okay, I'll go the other way around the circle. Sam wanted to go anyway. Sam, Gerald, what is Gerald doing?
Yeah, for after scanning, I was just going to suggest to one of the hackers, just like, well, what Shay did, just like hack the cameras or
Right.
like.
She's doing it then.
around
Go.
to see if we can
What's
get
next?
some more insight. So,
You turn to go. You should. Oh, you're doing your job already, huh?
Never mind. Okay.
What are you doing?
Well, I've already done the scanny thing, so like,
Yeah?
and I've already
Next.
so I'm good. I'm
Next.
just ready.
Well, you finished that. You look over. She's doing her thing. What are you doing now? You just gonna wait? I mean, wait is an option.
I'm just
Or
gonna pretend to go shopping to look inconspicuous for now.
into the store. Into the Whisperlight store.
Maybe not the Whisper Light. Just one of those cheesy ones, like crappy holographic, like glasses or whatnot. Just like some cheesy stuff. Look like I'm shopping.
Cyberpunk Build-A-Bear.
Give me.
Oh yeah, I'd be down
if,
for that one.
if you fail on this, I will not make you take stress. But give me a head roll.
Okay.
This is just because. So was that 4 for you again? 11. You know what? There's 2 1s in there. You duck into a store to sort of blend in. As you're blending in, by the time you walk out, you've spent about $1,400. You have the new U-phone and a U-phone adapter and a U-phone generator and the U-phone tablet. And yeah, you have the big, like 3 different bags of stuff as you come out of this store. And it's like 30 seconds. You're on a contract for 3 years somehow. But anyway, you did blend it. Nobody saw you.
Like, what? It was the buck.
Going around the circle.
2-day sale.
Samurai, you the kid gives you the nod and bails out the door.
I'm just gonna watch him run off. I mean, I'm gonna come to a complete stop, especially after I noticed that Fade had fallen down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn around, see that they're already doing their hacking thing. I was like, hacking, I'm kind of useless anyway. So I look around. I find a toy store, and I just go in there to see what antique type toys I can find.
Oh, there's whatever you can think of by the time we get back to you is what you will come out of the door of that store with. Blight.
So I don't know what Cirrus is doing. I presume she's hacking. So I'm standing over her, just kind of doing that whole making sure no one's paying too close attention in front. Yep. And as she's doing this, I'm just making conversation. And I'm like looking at the guards. And I'm like, oh, man, that's James. I don't want to kick the shit out of him. He was so much fun at the Christmas party.
Well, James is kind of a dick. Do you remember when we did that mission at Club Strata and James was just like the whole time?
Yeah.
That was bad, but it was nowhere near as bad as that mission at Fuck Mountain, and you know it.
Do not talk about Fuck Mountain.
You're right.
Why not? That was a fun mission.
Don't talk about Fuck Mountain.
What happened on Fuck Mountain stayed on Fuck Mountain.
Fine.
No, it didn't. No.
Except for the parts that dribble down the back.
Fine.
Dear. Okay.
Was that the same night I got really drunk and
every night's the night you got really drunk? I'm now an NPC apparently. I don't know what.
What night do you not get really drunk?
No, it was the night that I told you whatever you do, make sure I don't sing karaoke. I told you not to have that happen.
So, Cirrus, while that was happening, were you doing anything else?
So I'm assuming we're looking for like a key card. Not.
Yep. Yeah, it's like a hotel room card.
The
And
metal.
put off any like a RFID signal, you could try and like hack into a GPS and
You
locate. We'll do that.
absolutely could. Yes. Give me a hack roll. You guys are gonna do this without a single stress bar between amongst you, aren't you? I can feel this coming. Yeah. Yep. Whether you want to tell anybody else in this group or not, you are sitting there. Boop, 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 boop. Oh. You basically have the ability to make like a QR code that will act like the card.
Oh, so we're good.
You have no reason to go into this store now, but only you know that.
I guess I'll get Blight with me, and him and I will like pretend to shop while we're wrangling cats so that we can leave.
Yep. Does anybody attempt to walk into the Whisperlight store?
I haven't rolled my hack yet.
Okay. Oh yes, right. What? Right. You were trying. Okay. Yes. Give me that.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. I like that. Because of that, you break the security system. Boom, 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 boom. First, you get the external security, so you could be able to shut down. If you were, you could now shut down all the outside perimeter security of the place. Then you get all the cameras. Then you get all the sound that goes with the cameras, and finally, you get access to the personnel logs of your company.
So,
which is going to be worth like a ton of money to other corporations.
oh yeah. First things first, I squirrel that away on my binary blade.
Yep.
And then second, I shoot a text to
Serious? That's who it was last time.
no, Skylar, what's your character's name again?
Oh, Blight?
Blight?
Oh, Blight, right.
Yeah.
I shoot a text to Blight saying, yeah, James is kind of a dick. He's gonna have to die.
Sad poop emoji.
And then she texts back,
So,
fine, non-lethal damage.
so Cirrus, do
like
you
a group
tell
chat?
anybody?
Yeah, as I come and collect him, I'll be like, "Hey, we're good. I got it. We can leave. Stop being weird."
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wish I'd done that
Samurai,
before
look,
I got all
you-
this.
No, you're good. Well, yeah.
So many times.
You should probably go to some kind of support group if you have a problem. Obviously.
No objections.
Give someone else the permissions to like your funds and stuff, because I think you have a problem.
I'll take
So
them.
now you have the access to his house. As you guys turn and leave the mall, for those of you watching, the only part of this I need is the bad guys and the location, because as you leave the mall, there's a bullet train in the parking lot, and it pulls to a stop in front of you, blocking your path. The door's open. It's the only way is into the bullet train, because behind you, you hear, "Hey, those guys just stole stuff from us coming in the store." And you turn around, and the same armored police escort that I rolled before is charging at you from behind.
Oh,
I
boy.
have a receipt, asshole.
As you hold up your hand, you hold up your hand. Everybody roll me a d6. You guys succeeded on the second encounter. Let's go.
The lose, right?
Oh.
Oh.
No, we both got sixes.
Oh no!
So many.
Oh.
So many sixes. Oh, wow. So 6s and 5s. My goodness. So I'll give you guys a second for that because that's going to take some erasing. You might have to lick the end of the eraser because it's going to be all covered in pencil, and you're going to have to clean it before you can use it to erase even more pencil from your sheets.
Normally I just rub it on a blank piece of the paper.
So as you are forced into the bullet train, because I'm going to railroad you guys, this is a one-shot. As you are forced into the bullet train by the police behind you, you see the little sign by the door that tells you the location changes. It goes, desk and it says, "The boss's house." And you crash in, the cops crash in behind you, the door slams shut, and the train is... The following battle will be happening at 600 kilometers an hour through picturesque landscapes. Tell me when you got all your erasing done. You guys, at the bright side, so far, nobody suffered any stress. This is not the final encounter, though. This is the third encounter before the final encounter. There's still a D4 to go. Oh, Sky, you look sad. You look like you want to go home. And you are home.
I can't talk right.
So somebody give him a shooter of cola. He'll be up all night, but at least he'll be awake for the...
I start going like 101, 101, 101, 101.
Oh, you had hexadecimal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now it's only binary.
No! I didn't even touch that, you monster.
Your system can no longer support hexadecimal.
It's only binary.
So, you guys are on the train. There are civilians because there are civilians lining both sides of the train all the way down. You are about to get in a horrible, nasty fight with the police. We are going to go around the circle starting with Blight. What are you doing first? You're the first one to recover on the train. You turn around, there's 4 cops coming towards you.
I guess after I shake off,
including what was his name? What was his name? James? John?
Yeah,
James. Is it James? Oh, he's in the front. No. Oh, I'm gonna make this No, I'm gonna make this easier and worse at the same time. He doesn't recognize you. Not
James?
even after the Christmas party.
James.
Blight.
I almost said he hit on me at the Christmas party. That was annoying.
And he still doesn't recognize you. Oh,
James, come on. You're the
what
one
a
that got me
dick.
drunk. We snorted electric dust together. What the hell, man?
Turns
Blight.
out they wiped his memory core or
Oh
something.
my God, my heart's not in this fight.
It's a one shot. There are no consequences.
So yeah, can you roll non-lethal damage? What would hurt someone in this day and age more than anything else, like emotionally, to feel? Which is still like, how do I hurt James emotionally? Can I roll an attack?
I know what you do. You take away his phone, and he suffers from FOMO so bad that he collapses. You want?
All right, I'm gonna stab. I'm gonna stab his phone with Soul Blade and suck out all its data, so he can't even recover.
Okay, give me a combat. We're gonna bang it around. So yeah, you walk up to him, and he's like, "What?" And you can see his phone sticking out of his pocket. So yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you reach over. Well, it's really impressive. You tell me. You have Soul Blade in your hand. You pull it out. It's in his pocket, like he's got a little chest pocket like this, and his phone's sticking out of it like an old school pocket protector. Tell me what you do to it.
I'm gonna push the blade in, like I'm gonna go like I'm stabbing, and I'm gonna hit the phone, and then I'm gonna be like, "What's my name?"
Ginger.
Push. Sorry,
Like
James.
through into. Okay, yeah. Oh, time. Wasn't it a spice?
Out of it. No.
Over he goes. Dead.
Question.
Yes.
How bio-enhanced is he?
These guys, not at all. These guys are just guns and armor. Samurai. You haven't gotten a chance to get into a fight yet, so there are 3 of them now standing in front of you. You've named your character Samurai. The floor is
You're waiting
yours.
for
What
my
would you like to do?
blade. Okay, fine. Out comes Deathbringer. I look at them, I'm like, something is calling your name. It's time to hit. And that would be
Just before you take off his head, you hear, "Oh, but it doesn't know my name either." Oh, 5. That is. The guy that said that, you just take just below the jugular, just across, and he goes, and then, and he drops because he's just empty. You only cut that much. It looked like the most lethally deadly attack ever, but in your mind, you know you fucking near missed. So, yeah.
It looked so professional, but
Yeah.
it looked professional to an untrained eye, but to my eye, I'm like, God damn
Yeah.
it! I did it again!
You hear your master's voice go, "Oh no. No, no, no." Gerald. We're going this way.
Can I,
Yes.
with my blade
Yes.
that you've downgraded,
Yes.
I'd like to do I'd like to just scare the crap out of them
There's
by
still 2 of
just
them
like
left.
do like a fury of like just precise cuts, but like basically when I cut them, all they're just like, well, basically in their garments, just like
You want
just
to
scared
impress them.
shitless.
Okay. Give me a combat roll. Give me an armed combat roll. Is that still 4?
Yeah.
Waiting for a fail. Oh. Roll 4 ones. Oh, wow. Yeah, you start off doing the sort of act of Zorro thing, and by the end of it, you've written a letter. You cut off the armor plate, the 4 straps, right, that hold it. On the way to the ground, you cut the straps that hold the metal plates to the inside of it and flicked them out. And when it lands on the ground, it looks like an exploded view of body armor because all of it's there, and they're standing there in their underwear.
So
Well, one of them
you
is
can
standing
just
there in
go
his
home.
underwear with his hands cupped over himself. Yeah.
And I'm like, this is the part where you just go home.
Yep. And he's backing away from you. Sure. He backs away from you wearing a pink thong. Why not?
Call me sometime.
Sorry. Yeah, and he backs out of the room. There's one left. Fade.
So first she's gonna look at James's body and be like, pity, you weren't even a good shag. And then she just kind of like, and then how close are we to
he really had a good Christmas party. He's not sure what you guys all had.
I gave him too much cocaine, doggone it.
That's what it was. He's an expensive date.
how
Yeah.
close are we to the driver's compartment?
This is a driverless train.
Does it at least have like a could I like hack the train to sort of
Absolutely you could, yes. There is still one cop in this compartment with you guys. That's functional.
Okay. I want to sort of I want to hack the train first.
Yep. Okay. Give me that roll then. Okay. What do you want to do with the train? It's kind of already going where you're going.
Okay. So I want to kite him into a second like a different car, and then detach the that car from the train.
Okay, I will give you your action back then because it's all one unit. There's no way to do that. So.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I don't like to say no, but this train is on the way to the house that you're going to. So we'll just give you that whole action back.
Okay. In that.
So Fade, what would you like to do? Your turn.
In that case, can you come
One
back?
guy left. Yeah, absolutely. So which takes us to Cirrus.
All right. Well, I'm trusting fate will take care of the last dude.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna hack James's earpiece and make it make that really annoying, like tinnitus noise. It's kind of but it's also interspliced with like a glitchy version of my name repeating over and over again, different tones.
Yeah. The desired effect is that it looks like he's getting electrocuted. He just he starts muttering your name, probably your real name. It's probably not Cirrus, right? Like no, because you would work for them under that name. So
I don't want him to know my real name.
But he can't quite ever get to the S. Maybe it starts over before he ever gets to the S. So yeah, he's done. Fade. There's one left. The pistol's coming around.
Yeah. I'm going to hack the train to speed it up.
Okay. Yep.
Alrighty.
We will take that.
Everybody, hold on.
Yes, and you hammer that. We'll just use that roll that you did before because that was a hack roll anyway. So yeah, you speed the train up. It is now going 800 kilometers an hour, 480 miles an hour.
And because I imagine he has.
And he's like, you know, Spaceballs when he announced ludicrous speed and right against the back. Yeah. That just happened to the last guy. The rest of you, because you've worked with them before, you just drop into seats like it's perfectly normal, and he looks at you like, what the? Bam! Against the back wall as you guys gain 150 miles an hour.
Somebody has a smug look on his face. It's like, you're just an ass.
And then when you get, as you say that, because you're going that fast now, you get to the house. Because, I mean, it's how far is the guy going to live from his building when he can go? So you go from 750 to 0, and the guy comes off the back wall, goes past you, and smacks into the front wall. And falls down behind the guy with next to no clothes on. The audience, for lack of a better phrase, all the people that are on this train that were probably not going to his house, but I needed them here, all kind of look at you guys as you get off, and one guy starts with the slow clap. And by the time you guys get off, the whole train's like, yeah! Woo! Yeah!
Fade winks as she steps off.
And as you guys step off the train, it disappears behind you into fiction.
Bye!
Like the night bus.
I like to think as I walk off, like the stereotypical rose petals like float as we leave.
Oh, this is perfect.
Especially from Samurai.
Absolutely perfect. Everybody, you guys step off onto this guy's front lawn. This incredibly manicured gardens and a small hedge and sort of a hedge maze in one corner. All this amazing, a manicured corporate gardens for those reading along in chat. You see above it hovering a bunch of black armor-clad, laser-infested drones flying above it like mosquitoes. And from inside you hear, "You assholes are looking for me?" And it's the boss. So roll 1d4, remove that, and we're going into the final battle.
Roll 1d4.
Yep. You can use the lose 1d4 cyber points.
Oh no!
More
What
forward.
the hell?
Did anybody get to a 0? If anybody got to a 0, there may be issues, especially if they got to 0 on legs. You might be carrying them.
I'm a little smug right now. I don't mean to be that guy.
I hope you're ready, because it sounds like a lot of this is going to come on you. Yeah, remember, you can take any points from anywhere you want as long as you start at the top and come down.
Also, if Sid and I have looked distracted, it's because we're in the same room and there's a spider that's on the ceiling. So when it's not on my side of the ceiling, it's on
you guys are literally on opposite sides. I can see the back of the green screen, right? And I bet if you got just to try and distract you, if you got some colored cardboard strips and just taped them over that X of the right color green, I'll bet you that would completely disappear.
What happens if you have 0 on hacking?
And you can't hack.
On your interact arm, you used it.
You're blind.
You lose that arm. You can't use that arm.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, does lose an arm
So-
mean like someone dislocated your shoulder, or you just can't use your abilities?
You can't use those abilities, so you can't try and do that. But you also can't climb ladders.
Oh, I see.
Okay, I don't have a 0 in anything, thank heaven. But oh boy.
Well, if you guys have got ones, we're gonna see if some stress happens now. So
Yeah, that's pretty much.
there are because it's more fun this way. There are an unknown number of drones flying around above you in this garden. And they all start, as he says this, all the lasers start to focus. Let's start with you, because you got an idea. Fade, what's the plan? What are you hacking?
So I'm gonna take out Jolene. And the
Okay.
thing about Jolene is that Jolene doesn't fire bullets.
Okay.
Jolene fires the binary blade.
Okay. So yeah.
So I
Like a
load the
little-
blade.
Yeah. Oh, we've lost you sound-wise. What a time to freeze! Oh no!
Oh, I know.
Oh, she
She
was
must
having
have lost all her points in head.
That must have been okay. Well, what we're going to do, I got a very good idea what she's doing. So she is going to apparently shoot something and not try and hack those. So let's go the other way this time. Cirrus, because I suspect you already have a plan.
Yeah. So you said there's like a bunch of little drones. Can I hack them all, or is it like a
They're flying, but there's a net that you could try and hack. Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, there's a net?
Like a drone net, like that, because they're communicating with each other, right?
Where's what's his face CEO that we're trying to?
You can't see him. He's like, there's lots of trees and bushes and hedges and stuff around here.
Is he like
So-
outside though? The drones can see him?
Oh, if you hack the drones, you can find out.
And they're itty bitty sizes?
They're like, they're big enough to carry a little bit of armor and some lasers. So they're say, what is that? 2 feet, 2.5 feet across.
Hi, I'm back.
Thank you. We'll get you in just 1 second. We're just one step ahead. We'll be
Okay,
right back.
my original plan was have the drones all swarm him, like in a cartoon where the bees all
Absolutely.
over
Yep.
you. But would that hurt
Yep.
him and like kill him? Wait, we're trying to kill him. Never mind, we'll do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Fire away. Give me some drone hacking activities. That is some exceptional drone hacking activities.
Wow.
You you just and oh look, target that one. And you what like they're doing this sort of bug-like swarm where they're all over the front yard. They all suddenly go to one spot and then like a funnel. They just drive down behind this fountain that you can now see. And you just hear, oh my God, get them off. Oh, fuck, ouch, jeez. And you now know where he is. And the drones are out of the battle in one move.
Good job.
Well, back at Fade. You load the binary blade into the pistol. You know where he is. He's behind the fountain.
Yeah.
The drones
So,
are no longer an issue.
Yeah. Are we thinking that the information is in him? Is he augmented, or?
You guys don't know. You think that somewhere on his body or in it, there's a secret code, which is like a lifetime pass to all of your gear.
Okay.
You're not sure.
Ooh. I am going to run over. No, I'm not gonna run over. Shoot, can you come back to me?
Yep, absolutely. We'll go the other way. Blight. The
All
drones
right.
all behind this statue.
Cue, that's my cue. And then I run over. And I'm going to go, yeah.
Around
Well,
the corner.
I'm still perfectly fine at running and gunning, but everything else
Okay.
is a little wibbly. Starting
You
to go
run around the
dark.
corner when you can actually start to see him. Oh. Give me a spot roll just to see if you can see him. Because somebody's, I mean, it's one stress. You've got 10. Give me the, we're not going to finish the night with everybody at 0 friggin' stress.
That's fine. Do I still get an action even if I can? Or
Oh,
does
yeah.
That... Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, absolutely.
Then let's see. I have a single head point left, so that's 1 die.
So 1 point. Yeah. Oh.
No!
There's my stress.
There.
All right. And what was your plan?
I
gonna
want to
shoot him?
stab him. I
You
want
want-
to try to get that code out of him with my soul blade.
I said I wouldn't, essentially, I said I wouldn't punish you for this. So you are getting 1 stress. So do put 1 stress on you.
Yep.
Maybe the only person that takes 1 tonight.
So
You
far.
run around the corner, your eyes start to, like, they're not seeing the same thing. Like you're seeing FM on one and AM on the other. You're watching Twitch and YouTube at the same time and hearing both soundtracks. And you stab in completely the wrong direction. You stab the statue in the leg. But you do it with such ferocity that a piece of the stone shatters off of the statue and drives into your ex-boss, doing exactly the same amount of damage that your knife would have. So you go, and over here you hear, ow!
Man, I'm really short-circuiting.
Samurai. You see him stumble out from behind the thing. He's got a big chunk of marble sticking out of his chest.
Samurai is gonna go ahead and try and use Deathbringer again. So
Okay.
he's gonna approach the ex-boss.
You step forward. Starts to
Boom.
glow in a black fire. Give us a combat arm roll.
The one thing I decided to keep up.
Just
Barely.
again. This is starting to look like it's your special move. Because once again, you just barely touch your target, and once again, the effect is total and complete. You reach out and just stick, and you watch as he's reaching up to grab the marble that's sticking out of his chest. You just cut this shoulder, and that arm just falls limp at his side. And he looks, oh, and he reaches up with the other one, and he's trying to pull it, but it's really awkward because it's with his left hand. He's still not down because I'm not done yet. But yeah, you have successfully.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, he's the final boss. It's gotta take a while to kill him.
It's gonna take at least 2 rounds. Yes. So Gerald, what's Gerald Grits doing now?
I'll go up to the ex-boss and you break my heart, man. But I guess I'm gonna have to break yours more. And can I attack with my hair and just
Absolutely, you can. Yes, you do that. Go ahead and roll an attack for me. While I do a drum roll. What are you rolling? Okay. Your hair snaps forward. Most of it under your control. Some of it of
like
its
all
own
Medusa
accord.
like?
Yeah. Oh yeah. He.
Remember you gave me this hair.
His hand drops away from the marble into his lower pocket, comes back up, and he goes, and a paper fan opens in front of his face. And then, waiting all night, the grits hits the fan. And drives him back against the wall. And he starts to slide down the wall.
Son of a
Fade.
bitch.
Fade. What are you doing? One
Okay,
fail
so-
all night. One fail. And now I'm just trying to milk it until I can get a second one.
Now that he's visible and
Yep.
I've got a clear shot,
Yep.
Does it seem like he has augmented parts or anything?
We're going to do this in 2 parts. Give me a head roll See if you can spot it. See if you can roll something other than a 1. I'm going back to head because it's the only failed all night. This is my, come on. I figured you guys have all probably given that up because we didn't use spot all night. And there it is. So 1 stress for you. Yeah. You see, oh good, I get to make this fun. You see, as he falls back, on both sides of his neck, there's a little mark where there's a chip embedded. 1 on each side. Left or right?
His left or my left?
His.
His left.
Okay. Go ahead and now give me that combat to shoot him. And this is an implanted pistol, right? So, yeah. You stick the blade in the top.
It's Jolene.
I'm just using the title on the thing that says implanted pistol. So,
Okay.
I don't know if you knew, but she's implanted.
No, it's standard.
Oh. You're gonna wish it was implanted. That's another stress.
Oh, I do wish it was implanted.
And you fire, and that's perfect because it takes off the one on his left side. It takes off the thing that, and as you see it go by, you see, oh, that was just a tattoo. And he looks at you and he's like, I was right-handed. I thought it was kind of obvious. Ow! And he holds his neck. Let's just keep going around the circle. So, every one of these, somebody gets picked on. Tonight it has been wayward. Thank you for being such a good sport about this.
It's not me for once.
Cirrus, he is in deep trouble. Yeah, he is in deep shit. What are you doing?
– What are the implants? Can I tell? I know she did the spot check.
Now that you see that she did that, yeah, you can see as he says, I was right-handed, and he's holding the left hand. You can see now there's a little spot in his neck, like a little flesh-colored port that would have the chip in it.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess I'll hack that.
Okay. Okay. You start to you get in, and it's like, oh, this also gives you control over his motor functions.
It's T-pose time.
So he's standing all like this big chunk of marble sticking out of his chest. He's holding the bleeding side of his neck, and all of a sudden he goes, but one arm is this arm is destroyed. So only he's like this now. He's half a T-pose. Was that an inverted
I am never
L?
gonna get this T-pose.
Yeah. You see the other arm's he's trying, but it just won't quite go. But that puts him in an absolutely horrible position. We have 4 people left. Let's do it this way. All 4 of you tell me what you want to do. We're just going to go in a circle the same way we did. Each one of you tell me what you want to do, then we're going to all roll and make it all happen at the same time. So you all have this. This is it. Like this is the big finishing move. You've been set up by Cirrus. You could do anything you want to this ex-boss bastard that is shutting you down by the second. Blight. Tell me the job that you think of when you think of this bastard. Was it Fuck Mountain or was it the other one?
It was Fuck Mountain.
It was Fuck Mountain. For Fuck Mountain, what do you do to him right now?
I know I saw what Cirrus was going for, so with one arm that barely still works, I'm lifting that arm up to make him T-pose. And while I've got him there, I am stabbing that chip out with soul.
Okay, perfect. That's what you're doing. Samurai, your big finishing move. This is it. Everybody's going for their finishing move at the same time.
I'm going for the moneymaker. Right down in the groin.
Oh,
with Deathbringer.
From like death from underneath or death from where's it coming from? Okay.
Right
drop to one knee and insert, and we'll just leave that there. Gerald, yeah, you're next. What's happening?
Manipulating my hair.
Yeah.
It takes my gun and my sword. And I just like bang, shoot, and just like go straight for the heart. Like
Your hair goes ape
This is
shit.
gonna hurt
Okay.
me more than you.
And Fade. Everybody's closing in. What are you doing?
So I am going to run over to I'm just gonna regular run and
Yep.
grab my knife back,
Yep.
and then so I want to I'm gonna communicate really fast with Blight and be like, I'm gonna make it hurt for him, and then he's all yours. And I want to jam the data stick end of my blade
The binary.
into of the binary blade into that port. And I want to download a copy of the stuff so that Blake can get his. And B, upload all of that porn, but it's all blurred out.
So we don't even need to roll for this. Samurai, you drop to one knee and drive the blade upwards. It not only strikes where you intended to strike, but it goes right up the inside of the backbone, just pinning them in this already upright position. Blight, you step forward, slash the throat, take that thing out while holding up the other arm and looking him in the eyes like you couldn't even be bothered. Gerald, sorry, quick, remind me again. What was it you...
My hair is manipulating.
Oh
my
yes,
weapons,
right. Your hair is
his heart.
It went so far beyond it. It wouldn't
whisper
stay.
him.
Your gun is the hair is shooting and slashing at his back because he's all T-posed out. So you're thrashing his back and shooting holes in him. The other guys are watching the bullets pop out through his chest. And
I just want to whisper to him. Good night, sweet prince.
And then Fade steps up, drives the handle into his neck. You see him go limp when she downloads it. She uploads him for a second. He goes, and then he gets his... It's all out of focus! As he drops to his knees.
And then I'm going to say right in his ear, that's for Versailles, you asshole.
And boom. He drops to the ground dead. As he dies, you guys all power back up. Everything is cranked. In fact, it doesn't stop when it got where it was before. You guys get the full platinum card treatment. All your circles are full. You are cybernetic gods amongst men. Yes, your hair can now tie your shoes. It's that long and it's still chrome braided. The black trench coats are now black trench coats with images that move on them as you demand. You can program it from your phone. There's an app for that. The only thing out of all of this, the only thing that doesn't work is all the shit that Gerald bought at the U store.
Oh man, that was a birthday gift for my little girl.
You have a kid?
And with that, guys, we will send you back to your bar where the drinks are free and the stories are many. Thank you guys so much. I had a blast tonight. Thank you.
Fade orders a pint of milk.
A pint of milk. You can still taste that drink he bought you earlier. Like that's gonna take a second trailer. So as partial payment, I would like you guys to offer you guys a chance now to tell us where else. I don't even know if anybody watched this on Twitch, and if they're watching it on YouTube in the future, where can they go else to see you guys? Let's start with. I'm trying to remember who's doing this. Let's start with Sydney. Where can we find you?
Sure. So on Sundays 4:30 Eastern time, I play D&D as a super religious monk on Twitch, Cappy, CAP with 8 Ys.
8 Ys. Okay, thank you. And I have to ask, what subclass of monk?
I am playing a Death Domain cleric, or sorry, not cleric, The Death Domain cleric version of a monk.
Okay.
Way of the Long Death, but I don't kill anything.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I really like monks. Okay. Next to
Monks
you,
are cool.
Sky, you've got a channel with stuff coming. Whet our appetites, at least.
If you've ever heard of, you probably haven't, but there's a game called Ritual of the Moon, and I've been playing that on my YouTube channel. I started it a year ago and did like 2 episodes, and then I came back to it a year later. So you'll get to see a few episodes of me from a year ago come back out because I recorded them but never released them. And then I've also been picking that up along with other stuff. I'm also on Mercenaries of Mischief, and I don't think my wife and I play anything. Sydney, do we play anything together on stream?
Nothing that is.
Nothing. That is
Okay, never
streamed?
mind.
Okay.
Well,
We're gonna try and fix that anyway. We will attempt to fix that. Anybody else? I forgot. I know I asked earlier, but I didn't write it down. Wayward, what are you doing and where? Where can they find you doing your stuff?
So I'm a lot of stuff, but right now I am part of the blogging team for the Scarred Adventurer blog. You might recognize that.
Yes.
If you are a Mercs of Mischief fan or anything. And I'm also an artist. You can find me at Wayward Night on Redbubble if you want to buy my stuff. I have stickers and lots of other stuff.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And I, on normally on Mondays, but this week on Sundays, am part of a team that a couple of these other folks are part of, and we play Magnificent Dungeon Master Puck the Magic Dragon. Don't tell them I called him that. I'm dead. Right before a really high intensity episode too, I give him yet another excuse to kill me. So yeah, this upcoming weekend we've got some spectacular stuff going on there on the Mercs of Mischief. Next Thursday, we've missed a couple weeks because of life, but next Thursday here on Dirty 20 is the Iron Sworn co-op game that I'm so proud to be a part of. It's me and 3 other storytellers, all co-op mode, no plan, all made up on the fly. But with that, I am going to do my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 7. 7 thank yous tonight. That's a lot of thank yous. Holy cow. I would like to thank Vola. Thank you. Sam. Thank you. Sky. Thank you. Sydney. Thank you. And Wayward. Thank you. Anybody who's watching on Twitch, thank you. And anybody who's watching in the future on YouTube, thank all of you too. I had an absolute blast. Good night, everybody. Bye.
Bye.